Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, it has been so freaking long since I've set up a camera and filmed a video. First of all, happy New Year's. Today is January 1st, 2025. A new year. I'm so excited for this new year. I'm so excited for everything that is to come, and I am so excited because I told myself this year is my year on YouTube, and that is exactly why I decided to set this camera up and film a little video. So today I have a very special guest with me. Come here.
Hi.
Okay, disclaimer, it is his first time in a video. It is his first time like talking to a freaking camera, so he might just be a little bit shy. If you guys didn't know, this is my boyfriend. If you're new here, today we decided to do a little video. We had food here with us. We're kind of doing like a little picnic situation. We are long distance, so we wanted to do a little long distance like kind of video where we answer some questions or kind of just talk about it. I feel like it is a perfect video to do because I know a lot of people can relate, they go through it, and a lot of people just simply want to know how we've been doing this for almost 3 years already. I hate it. I hate it. Let's not waste any more time and let's get into the video. So today with us we got some cafe sopas. This is literally like, since I think my nail tech actually recommended this place to me, and I literally would eat here every day if I could. So I got, what did I get? So I got a salad and a sandwich. You can do like a little try-to combo thingy.
I got this soup. I don't remember what's in it. And I got a pesto chicken sandwich.
Well, if you live in Arizona, I think they have these all over Arizona. I'm not sure, but 10 out of 10, definitely recommend. Okay, so it is starting to get very cold and also dark. I hope you guys can hear us too. There's noise in the back, right? It's pretty loud. Sorry. Okay, I don't know where to start, but we both agreed I think we should give a little backstory of how we met and kind of just why we started doing long distance. So I actually used to live in Charlotte, North Carolina. If you know, you know. That's where he is from. We met back in high school. He was a senior, I was a junior. Now we're both in college, blah 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 blah. But we basically went to the same school. We both ran track and we just met in school. I remember I took a trip to Miami with my family, and my dad just kind of brought up the idea of moving to Arizona, which is where I currently live. Basically, I don't know, I think we were just not happy in Charlotte anymore. We wanted more opportunities. We had lived in Charlotte for like 8 years, so we wanted something new. And basically he told me that, and I was very excited. Actually, I was like, yes please, like I need something new, I need new opportunities, because I was also with like social media. So I just thought it was like an opportunity for more doors to open, if that makes sense. And I didn't really think of this. So I told my dad, let's do it, let's go. So I gave him the news. It was very hard, but I was kind of ready to move out here, and obviously I knew it was gonna be hard and stuff, but I wasn't thinking of how hard it was actually going to be. Keep in mind, we had been hanging out for like 3 months straight before I came here. Like literally every single day we were together. Every single day we were just hanging out, doing everything together. And then whatever, fast forward to the time where obviously I had to move here. I got here, and wow, like all I have to say is literally wow. I literally could not tell you how bad it was. I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but I literally fell into like a very bad depression. I remember I wouldn't like leave my room. I would go to school and I think I would cry every single day. I would go to the counselor every day at school. I remember there was this one day where I got to school and I could not do anything. Like, I could not go to classes. I literally cried every single day. Until this day, I still feel just like it's just so hard. Like, I don't think people, and I really don't want to be that person that's like, yes, long distance sucks, like everything is horrible, but it's been very hard. Like, honestly, it has just been one of the hardest things I've had to go through. Yes, it has its beautiful things too, don't get me wrong, which is what we're about to get into. So that is a little backstory of how we met and kind of just how everything started, and now we're here. The sandwich is good, so let me enjoy my sandwich and I'll be back.
A few moments later.
We also didn't really plan this video. We kind of just wanted to sit down and just talk about whatever we felt and whatever came to our head and to our mind. So we don't really have like a specific like structure for it. We kind of just wanted to talk about long distance. I feel like I've been wanting to do a video about this for a while now, and now that my boyfriend is here and he's leaving me soon, like he literally leaves me in freaking like 3 days, I literally do not want to think about it because I will cry. But now that he's here, I feel like it's the perfect time to kind of do it. Also, hoping that he puts a little input into it, but even if he just sits there and looks cute, I'm okay with that. Okay. Just the overall big question is, how do you do long distance, right? I feel like a lot of people,
it was at this moment he knew he fucked up.
I feel like a lot of people are also going into long distance. They would want to know this, and I mean, people who just ask in general. I feel like with long distance, you have to have a lot of, I feel like you hear a lot of people say this, but it is the truth. A lot of trust. I mean, come on, for us, we are a whole, he's in the East Coast, I'm all the way in the West Coast. It's not like we're doing like a few hours of long distance. Like, I wish that was the case, but I mean, we're very far away from each other. So I feel like just the trust, and I was just telling him, that has never really been a problem for us to trust each other. We've been trusting each other. I mean, I know this is gonna sound crazy and stuff, but like, I never even kind of check his phone. Like, I just completely trust him, and he knows. I feel like we both know, like, when it comes to cheating and stuff like that, which should also be talked about because, you know, that comes with trust and stuff. I tell him, and I mean, he knows. We tell each other, like, we kind of just both know what we have.
I have people watching her over here for me.
Sure. I mean, we also barely go out. I don't know how different that would be if we went out, but I feel like even if that was the case, I feel like we kind of both know we shouldn't be at places where we shouldn't be. We both know that. And I mean, if you respect your relationship and you respect your loved one, your partner, you're always gonna do anything to respect them and, you know, to just cherish what you guys have, if that makes sense. I feel like trust is just a very specific thing. Like, you guys know to trust each other, kind of build that trust, and thankfully over here we really do trust each other. And like I said, just kind of keep like reminding your partner, each other, not like, you know, each other, just kind of keep reminding, like, you know what you have. We also are starting to get very close to God. I feel like that's very important. Like, I feel like I told him, like, God sees everything. Honestly, God sees everything. If you're gonna go out there and cheat on me and then pretend like you're gonna hide it from me for months, I mean, at some point the truth is gonna come to light. So that's really it. You need to have God in the center of your relationship as well. I feel like that's another point that I want to make later on. But yes, trust is very important. Honesty. We've never really had arguments about those things. What we've had arguments about is, drum roll, communication. Okay, he is my first boyfriend. I don't think that justifies anything, but he is my first boyfriend. He is the first person who I've started to, like, you know, who I've learned to love, who I've learned to talk to, who I've learned to just kind of like, I feel like I'm looking out so much. I'm not even looking at the camera, I'm sorry. Yeah, like, he is the first person who I've really had to be like, oh dang, like, I have to express my feelings. Hold up, I'm not used to this. So communication for me is very, very... Going back to communication, we have both really, really struggled with that. Like, it has been that one thing where we both have just completely kind of like failed out. We're still trying to work on it. We're just not there yet, and that's something that, I mean, we're what, like almost 3 years into it, and we're still struggling, but hopefully getting better every day.
Yeah, no, so for communication, I think one of the like best ways to handle that is to make like a set talking schedule because right now we are on a, is it 3 hour or 2 hour?
Oh yeah, that time difference too is 2 hour, but sometimes I think what, summer changes to 3 hours?
During the summer it's like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Right now it's a 2 hour time difference.
That sucks.
And then like
so
she
bad.
goes to sleep super early and I go to sleep super late. And she also has work and school, and I also have practice, work, and school, so it's like kind of hard to find that time, but you still have to make that time no matter what if you want the relationship to work.
He did bring up the point of like time zone. I feel like that is just really hard, especially because there's literally times where, bro, oh my god, it's what, like 9 over here and then 12 over there, and we're both like,
yeah.
We don't want to hang up, we don't ever want to hang up the phone, and it sucks. Literally that. Then the whole arguing, like I said earlier, I've been raised in a family where we don't really express our feelings like that, I want to say. So it's just been very hard. I feel like I close down a lot, and I give him the silent treatment, and it's just been very, very hard for me in a way. And then I feel like, oh, you can't even see it. Oh, okay, I'm gonna show you guys the sunset real quick. Pause. Look how beautiful. Arizona also has like the prettiest sunsets you'll probably ever see. Like I was saying, just communication, you know, that's really the key for long distance to work. I feel like that would fix a lot of our arguments. If we knew how to communicate, I feel like that would help with a lot of our arguments. But you know, people struggle with things, and I feel like that's just one of our main struggles. But hopefully when we live together, which is hopefully soon, we can maybe work on that better. But I mean, even now we'll still work on it, and that's really one of my like goals for this new year, is to kind of just learn how to take a deep breath and just think before I speak. That is key. And then just communicate how I feel, communicate my feelings. This man right here, he knows he's also not very expressive. Like, you will literally be the type to ask him like, so what did you think of this food? It was good. Can you tell me more? Like, come on now. So funny because my family says the same thing. Like, they literally asked him, he went to Colombia for the first time with me like a few months ago, and my family was like, what did you think of Colombia? And then he was like, it was good. Like, what else? Like,
I don't know, like.
But you know, once again, it's just something that we both struggle with, and we will just work on it because we love each other, right? Okay, next, I feel like it's very, very important to talk about certain things in your relationship, and I'm going to tell you what I mean by that exactly. One, I feel like knowing when you're going to see each other, I feel like that helps a lot. I feel like you just kind of look forward to it. I cannot tell you how excited I was. Like, we both had finals, we both had things like what, before Christmas, and literally our only thought was like, okay, let's get this over with because we are seeing each other soon. So I feel like that's very important to kind of be like, okay, like kind of having like the countdown, like, oh, I see you in 20 days, I see you in a month, I see you in 10 days, and just kind of doing that countdown. I feel like it's just so exciting, and then boom, you get to have your person. We see each other every 2
to 3 months, other than like from
the end of summer to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I feel like that is our that was
probably like our longest break.
That was our longest break, and literally earlier this year, or last year. Oh wow,
because we're not always together at the end of July or like the beginning of August.
Yeah, like last year, I'm not going to lie, like I am the type, which is really bad, okay? I'm not saying it's normal, but I'm the type to like, if I go more than like, oh my gosh, like what, like a month and a half, a month. If I go more than a month without seeing this guy, like I literally, I'm like, okay, I'm done with this, I'm over it. And I know it's bad, it's very toxic. I feel like that has brought a lot of arguments and problems to our relationship as well. You know, we have to be transparent. Like, our relationship is not perfect. We argue a lot, and that's something that, you know, has to be talked about. Like, I feel like a lot of people see, and I mean, I don't really post my relationship online as much, but I feel like a lot of people see a lot of couples online, and I mean, that's something that I think I've struggled to with, like, you know, seeing other couples comparing and not seeing that personally I have a king by my side. Like, literally I could sit here and talk about this man for like ever, because he is truly amazing. So after that 1 month mark, I'm just like, I'm done with this, I'm over it, I'm tired of it. I just miss him so much, and it breaks my heart. So talk about when you're going to see each other. Talk about, this is something that I told him, I'm like, we really have to start doing, and it's just like the end goal. Like, the end goal, talk about the end goal, talk about when are we moving in together, when are we, you know, finally putting like an end to the distance. I feel like it's very important. Like, I feel like, I'm not going to lie, if I could go back and just kind of like talk about it like every day, if I could, I would. Thankfully we are kind of planning to start looking into moving in together. We had kind of said like what, like June, July, so hopefully that works and it happens. I mean, he's still in college, I am in school right now. We kind of have to finish, like, I would probably be the one that moves to Charlotte. We've talked about it before, and we'll see what God has in store for us. A lot of things can change, a lot of things can happen. Maybe it would be earlier, maybe it could be later, but we do have that planned out and we've talked about it. So definitely talk about when you guys are planning to move in together, and you know, for like how long you guys are gonna plan to do it, what's gonna happen. Is he, if you know, if your boyfriend or whatever is in college, or if you're in college, like, are you going to finish college and then he's gonna move to you, or is he going to do that? Just kind of having that and talking about it is crucial, I would say, like extremely important.
Okay, so adding on to the seeing each other part, after we leave each other, unfortunately, I always try to look at flights and like try to look at our schedules to see when the next time we would be able to see each other would be. And a good thing with that is that since we're both in school, we kind of have like set like breaks and stuff to when we are able to see each other. Good thing is that you can look at flights and track the prices for those if money is an issue.
No, he does this really cool thing where like on Google, he goes to like, I don't know, it's like a whole square thing. If you know, you know, it's like a little filter thing, yeah, where you can literally just filter prices, days, and then you like, it's so cool. I wish you could show them. It's like a little like thing where it shows you the price and the amount of days, and kind of, it's just filters. You literally just filter out the days, the prices. And I mean, has it worked getting your tickets like a long time in advance, or do you think it's kind of like the same thing?
It depends, because like the more you do it, the more you learn like what the average ticket price is for like from point A to point B. You can click a box to sign up for email notifications, and then it'll send you emails like every time that the price changes. Like, it'll either go up, go down, or like a new flight may pop up, something like that. But whenever I do see that, I do try to jump on that.
Yup, so buy your tickets, see your girls, see your mans, and everything will be fixed. Because sometimes all you gotta do is see each other, hug each other, love each other, and everything will be fixed.
And don't be afraid to take those weekend trips. I promise you, they are worth it. Yay,
2 more weekend trips this year. Is that what I'm hearing? That is what I'm hearing. Okay, it's always a little embarrassing to pull this light out. It's so bright and like it's so dark out here. People are probably gonna look at us crazy, but it's getting a little too dark, so we have to put it up. Okay, we had to turn the light on, okay? It's like so dark around us, and then boom, there's just this light in our eyes. Last thing we want to talk about, I think we've gotten to all the important points on it, but it is getting closer to God. It is something we're working on. It is something that to us, I want to talk us, I feel like it's very important. I mean, to me, I feel like it's always been very important because God is everything to me. So I just feel like having God in, you know, my relationships, my friendships, anything that I do in my life, I feel like it is very important, and it's just like the key to being happy. Like with us, I feel like I've kind of just told him, like, if we were to argue or something, and I feel like we still have to apply it, it doesn't always work like this, but like, you know, if we just kind of like argue or something, we kind of want to pray about it and kind of give it to God and just be like, God, you take care of this. I am big on prayer. I'm very, very big on prayer. And for example, like if he's not too close to God, or if I wasn't too close to God, I feel like the beautiful thing about our relationship is you can kind of like share that with the person, and kind of like, if, for example, like if he wasn't too close to God, I could, and if I was, I would be like, okay, like kind of just motivating him to get closer to God and kind of just build the relationship with him, and vice versa, like same thing. I know this is a lot of things that I see a lot of girls talk about and a lot of couples struggle with. It's like, I'm very religious but my man is not. Girl or guy, if you're watching this, I don't know who's gonna watch this video, but whoever's watching this, like, just, I promise you, initiate the prayer, initiate, you know, Bible studying. I feel like that's something we really want to get into. We've done a couple Bible studying sessions, and like I said, God is just very important. If you have God in your relationships, in your life, if in your family, in your friendships, in your career, school, anything that you do, I promise you, you will succeed. I heard something beautiful. I've always heard this, but I heard it again in church the other day, and it's whatever God joins, he won't separate. If you know, you know. Lo que Dios une, nadie lo puede separar. Okay, there. There's just a lot of things we're doing. We can make a whole separate video about it if we really wanted to, with just like getting closer to God. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else. Just prioritize each other, love each other in your long distance relationships. Let's talk about the beautiful things about long distance too real quick. Like, you obviously, you say bye to the person, but I feel like you both have time off from each other to kind of just do what you have to do. For example, like me, like it's bad and not bad at the same time. I kind of like to see it as a positive thing, but it's basically like when he comes, I forget about everything. I'm like, wait, I need to spend all the freaking time I can with him. Like, I need to put my phone to the side. I need to, I'm not saying necessarily like stop taking care of myself and stuff, but I do think it's more like kind of taking a break from everything and just kind of focusing on the quality time. But when he leaves, I'm like, okay, time. I think it's just because like I don't have him with me, but I'm like, okay, time to get back to everything normally. So it's just like a little break that you get from everything, and then you guys go back, and boom, you know, it's time to get back on track and just have the time that you need for yourself and all that. So long distance is beautiful, don't get me wrong. I feel like I'm always like, long distance sucks, I hate it, and I do, obviously, but it has a beautiful side to it. You guys get to grow as people, just so amazing. Like, I'm literally also, I wanted to say this earlier, I'm documenting this video too because I want to see how, like, in a couple of months, if we do end up moving in together, like in June, July, be like, okay, look, a couple of months ago, like, we were here, Arizona, like, not even sure if we're gonna move in together in like June, July, and then in a couple months, which obviously our goal for this year is to move in together. Like, we literally said that yesterday. I'm like, okay, the goal for this year is to move in together, hopefully. To whoever is going through long distance, I mean, we are so thankful that we are not in like different countries. Like, if it's hard all the way, what, like 36 hours away from each other in car, 4 by plane, 4.5, I cannot even imagine how hard it is a whole country away. So if you're doing long distance, long, medium, short, super long, whatever it is, I wish you the best. Stay strong. You guys can do it. Just apply all these things to it, and I hope we can be some help to your relationship and just kind of giving you guys some tips. So thank you guys for watching. It got dark on us. We're over here all cold trying to finish this video, but I really wanted to get this video out. Hopefully I can stay super consistent on YouTube. That's really my goal. And thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Come on, in the next video.